A major incident was declared at London Southend Airport this morning, sending shockwaves through the local community and beyond. The declaration came as emergency services rushed to the scene, responding to what would quickly become a tragic event. Airport officials immediately initiated emergency protocols, working to secure the area and provide support to first responders. After a passenger jet crashed short of the runway, the impact was severe, leaving a trail of debris and sparking immediate concern for the safety of those on board. Aviation experts will be analyzing the approach path and weather conditions to understand the factors that contributed to this devastating accident. The crash occurred at 9:45 a.m., a time when the airport would typically be bustling with activity, with passengers arriving and departing on various flights. This particular flight was scheduled to land amidst the morning rush, adding to the potential number of people affected by the tragedy. Sending thick black smoke into the sky, a grim signal visible for miles around. The smoke plume quickly became a visual representation of the disaster, casting a shadow over the surrounding area and alerting residents to the unfolding emergency, and prompting an immediate response from emergency services. Firefighters, paramedics, and police officers raced to the scene, navigating through the morning traffic to reach the crash site as quickly as possible. The coordinated effort aimed to contain the situation and provide urgent medical assistance. The aircraft, a small regional jet, was carrying passengers and crew on what should have been a routine flight. The specific model of the aircraft is being examined to determine if any mechanical issues could have played a role in the crash. Burst into flames on impact, creating an intense and dangerous situation for first responders. The heat and intensity of the fire made rescue efforts incredibly challenging, requiring specialized equipment and techniques to approach the wreckage safely, leading to casualties, the extent of which is still being assessed. Medical teams are working tirelessly to provide care to the injured, while support services are being mobilized to assist families and loved ones affected by the tragedy. And the complete closure of the airport. All flights have been grounded and passengers are being redirected to other airports in the region. The closure is expected to cause significant disruption to travel plans, particularly during the peak summer season. Police, fire, and ambulance crews are working in close coordination, managing the scene and providing essential support. Their efforts are focused on securing the area, extinguishing the fire, and providing medical assistance to those in need. From across Essex converged on the scene, demonstrating the solidarity and preparedness of the region's emergency services. The rapid response highlights the importance of coordinated training and resource allocation in handling major incidents, focusing on search and rescue, with teams meticulously combing through the wreckage in hopes of finding survivors. The challenging conditions and the extent of the damage are making the search operation a slow and painstaking process. The community is in shock, grappling with the news of the tragic event and its impact on the region. Many residents have expressed their condolences and offered support to those affected, demonstrating the strong sense of community in Essex, with local centers opening to support those affected, providing a safe space for people to gather, share their grief, and access counseling services. These centers are staffed by trained professionals and volunteers who are dedicated to helping the community cope with the aftermath of the tragedy. Southend Airport, a key hub for Essex, serving as a vital link for both domestic and international travel, is now facing an unprecedented crisis. The airport plays a significant role in the region's economy, and its closure will have a ripple effect on businesses and tourism. Is now at a standstill during the busy summer season, leaving countless travelers stranded and disrupting travel plans for many. The impact on the local tourism industry is expected to be significant, as Southend Airport is a major gateway for visitors to the region. Authorities urge patience as they work to manage the situation and provide accurate information to the public. Regular updates will be provided as the investigation progresses and more details become available. As a full investigation begins, led by aviation experts and law enforcement officials, the investigation will focus on determining the cause of the crash and identifying any factors that may have contributed to the accident, with the priority on caring for survivors and families, providing them with the medical attention, emotional support, and resources they need during this difficult time. The focus is on ensuring that all those affected receive the best possible care and support. Residents describe the scene as somber and surreal, expressing their shock and sadness at the unfolding tragedy. Many have gathered near the airport, offering their support and waiting for updates on the situation. With sirens and smoke filling the air, a stark reminder of the devastation that has occurred. The sounds and sights of the emergency response are a constant presence, underscoring the gravity of the situation, marking a dark day for the region, a day that will be remembered for the tragic loss of life and the resilience of the community in the face of adversity. The incident has left a deep scar on the region, but also highlighted the strength and compassion of its people. The full scale of the incident is still unfolding, with emergency services continuing their work at the scene and investigators beginning their inquiry into the cause of the crash. The situation remains fluid, and new information is emerging constantly, and updates will follow as more information becomes available, providing the public with the latest details on the investigation, the recovery efforts, and the support being offered to those affected by this devastating event. The crash happened during final approach to runway 23, with air traffic control losing contact moments before impact. The plane came down in a field just east of the airport, narrowly missing residential areas but igniting a major fire. Weather was clear, making the sudden loss of altitude especially puzzling for investigators. Emergency crews faced challenges accessing the site across farmland, battling intense flames to reach the wreckage. Police closed nearby roads, including the A127, to secure the area for emergency vehicles. The incident triggered a multi-agency response, with a command center set up to coordinate efforts. The morning's focus was on saving lives. Now, attention turns to recovery and investigation. The cause remains unknown as authorities begin their painstaking work. The aircraft was a Fokker 70, a reliable regional jet operated by a European airline with a strong safety record. It was flying a routine service from Amsterdam Schiphol to Southend, with the exact number of passengers and crew still being confirmed. The flight departed on time and was uneventful until its final approach. The experienced crew was familiar with Southend, and maintenance records will be key to the investigation. The airline is contacting families and has set up an emergency assistance center. Specialists from the airline are on site, cooperating fully with authorities. The airline's priority is supporting those affected by this tragedy. Eyewitnesses near the airport described the terrifying moments before the crash. The initial moments were filled with confusion and disbelief as the unimaginable unfolded before their eyes. Many struggled to comprehend the sheer scale of the unfolding disaster. One resident heard sputtering engines, a sound that immediately raised alarm. It was an irregular, unsettling noise that cut through the usual hum of the airport environment and saw the plane flying unusually low, far lower than the typical approach path. This observation sparked immediate concern, a premonition that something was terribly wrong, before it disappeared behind trees and exploded. The impact sent shockwaves through the area, a deafening roar followed by an ominous silence. A driver on the A127 saw the aircraft at a strange angle, an unnatural tilt that defied the laws of aviation. The aircraft appeared unstable, struggling against unseen forces. Realizing it wouldn't reach the runway, a horrifying realization that the situation was critical and unavoidable. The driver braced for the inevitable, before it hit the ground and burst into flames. The sky was instantly filled with fire and debris, a scene of utter devastation. The immediate aftermath was chaos, a flurry of activity as first responders raced to the scene. The air was thick with smoke and the smell of burning fuel, with thick black smoke billowing into the sky, a dark plume visible for miles around. It served as a grim reminder of the tragedy that had just occurred, and emergency sirens filling the air, a cacophony of sound that amplified the sense of urgency and despair. The wailing sirens echoed through the surrounding area. Workers in nearby buildings felt the ground shake, the force of the impact reverberating through the structures. Many initially thought it was an earthquake, and watched in stunned silence as the scene unfolded. The horror of the moment was etched on their faces, a collective expression of shock and grief. Helicopters, both rescue and news and emergency vehicles, arrived quickly, their lights flashing and sirens blaring as they navigated the chaotic scene. First responders worked tirelessly to assess the situation, but the shock lingered, a palpable sense of disbelief and trauma that hung heavy in the air. The emotional impact was profound and widespread. Residents expressed disbelief, noting that planes land daily without incident. The sudden and violent disruption of their everyday lives left them reeling. These first-hand accounts will be vital for investigators piecing together the final moments, providing crucial insights into the sequence of events leading up to the crash. Consistent reports of engine trouble from multiple independent sources suggest a possible mechanical failure, a line of inquiry that will be thoroughly investigated by the authorities. But officials caution against speculation, emphasizing the need for a comprehensive and unbiased investigation to determine the definitive cause. The community is united in grief, offering support to victims' families. Local organizations and volunteers are providing assistance and comfort during this difficult time. The tragedy has left lasting images and deep sadness among all who witnessed it. The emotional scars will likely remain for a long time to come. For many, this day will not be forgotten, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of community in the face of tragedy. Emergency services responded within minutes, enacting major incident protocols. Firefighters battled intense flames to secure the wreckage, allowing search and rescue teams to reach survivors. Ambulance crews, including air ambulances, provided immediate care and transported the injured to local hospitals. Police established a secure cordon, closed key roads, and used drones to coordinate the response. A strategic command center brought together all agencies for a unified effort. The chief fire officer praised the bravery and professionalism of all first responders. This coordinated response was crucial in the face of overwhelming tragedy. In the wake of this devastating event, officials from various sectors stepped forward to address the public, offering initial statements and outlining the immediate steps being taken. The gravity of the situation was palpable as they conveyed their messages. These authorities extended their deepest condolences to the families and loved ones affected by the tragedy, while also providing crucial updates on the ongoing situation and the support being mobilized. They sought to balance transparency with the sensitivity required in such a difficult time. The Chief Constable of Essex Police, visibly moved, called it a tragic day, emphasizing the profound impact this event had on the entire community and the dedication of his force to uncovering the truth. He urged patience from the public and the media as the complex investigation unfolds, highlighting the meticulous work required to understand the circumstances surrounding the incident and bring closure to those affected. Southend's City Council leader, with a somber tone, expressed the community's shock and disbelief at the news, acknowledging the deep sense of loss felt throughout the region. The council leader also announced the immediate activation of emergency support services, ensuring that resources were readily available to assist those grappling with the aftermath of the tragedy. The airport's CEO, in a prepared statement, confirmed its closure, citing the need to secure the site and cooperate fully with the ongoing investigation. The CEO also emphasized the airport's commitment to providing comprehensive support for affected families, including grief counseling and logistical assistance during this incredibly difficult period. The Transport Secretary, addressing the nation, thanked emergency services for their swift and courageous response, acknowledging the risks they faced while working to save lives and secure the area. The Secretary of Transport stressed the paramount importance of a thorough and independent investigation to determine the cause of the accident and prevent similar incidents in the future. The UK Air Accidents Investigation Branch, a specialized team of experts, is now on site, having arrived promptly to begin their critical work. They are meticulously examining the wreckage and gathering evidence to piece together the sequence of events that led to the accident. Authorities urge the public during this sensitive time to avoid speculation and the spread of misinformation, which could hinder the investigation and cause further distress. They also request that everyone respect the investigation process by adhering to safety perimeters and allowing investigators to work without interference. Community assistance centers have opened their doors, providing a safe space for those in need of support, offering counseling services, information, and a place to connect with others during this difficult time. Official communications highlight the gravity of the situation, underscoring the government's commitment to providing assistance and ensuring a thorough investigation. The coordinated response from various agencies demonstrates the collective effort to manage the crisis and provide support to those affected. The focus remains on supporting victims and their families, providing them with the resources and care they need to navigate this challenging period. Ultimately, the goal is to uncover the cause of this tragic event, learn from it, and take steps to prevent similar incidents from happening in the future. The crash forced the indefinite closure of Southend Airport, with all flights diverted or cancelled. Thousands of passengers face disruption, and the usually busy terminal is now eerily quiet. Local roads, including the A127, are closed, causing widespread traffic chaos and delays. Public transport is disrupted, and airlines are working to rebook and assist stranded travelers. The impact extends across Europe, with passengers stranded at destination airports as well. Airlines face logistical and financial challenges, but the human tragedy takes precedence. The travel industry's priority is compassionate support for all affected. The ripple effects will be felt for days as the community and industry respond. With rescue operations winding down, the investigation into the crash's cause begins. The Air Accidents Investigation Branch, AAIB, has secured the site and is searching for the black boxes. These recorders will provide crucial data on the aircraft's final moments. Investigators will examine maintenance records, crew experience, and weather conditions. Eyewitness accounts and technical analysis will be combined to reconstruct the event. An initial report is expected in weeks, but a full investigation may take a year or more. Officials urge patience and caution against speculation. The goal is clear answers for families and improved safety for all. As night falls, Southend mourns, and the focus shifts to recovery and support. The airport remains closed and the investigation continues, with disruption expected for some time. Community groups and local authorities are providing vital support to those affected. Updates on victims and the investigation will be released with sensitivity. The path to healing will be long, but the community stands together in grief. The priority is supporting the bereaved and survivors while investigators seek answers. This tragedy is a stark reminder of aviation's risks and the importance of learning from loss.